Hello everyone. In this video, I want to introduce the homework 2, problem 3. Many of you have problems in this homework. Actually, this problem is not very difficult. However, for each sub-problems, it has its own trick, and each of them are different. So this is not very easy to handle. So now let us move on to the problem 3. I will not introduce all of them, but I will focus on one example in each subproblem. So for 3a, let us consider these. The a, which is 110 minus 1. So how to do this problem? So before doing this problem, we have to understand what is the problem want you to do. So problem wants you to plot ax for x in x1. Okay. So which means that you have to plot a x1. Okay. Okay, so then how to do this? Well, so the most intuitive way is that this is a and times x. So this is ax. And then the second step is that because we want to plot this, and you know that, so if I fix x1, what is x2? The x2 is actually equal to 1 minus x1. So in this problem, if you multiply ax, then you get this. So this is what you obtain. However, you have to understand that what is this? The meaning going from this step to this is that because this x is in this set, I believe this is called chi. So I should say that this x is in the set chi1. Okay. And therefore, this set, this point x has some property. What is the property for a point x in chi1? The property is that if you fix x1, then x2 is 1 minus x1 because this is the property of a point x being a point in chi1. Okay, so after you obtain this vector, then you can plot. So how to plot this? Then that is not difficult. So you can pick up arbitrary point for x1. For example, if you pick up x1 equal 1, then you get 0. If you pick up x1 to be 0, then you get minus 1. So then 2 points decide a line, and then you can get the answer. The answer is this is a straight line. Okay, so this is for 3a. And for 3b, 3b, it looks a little bit tricky. However, it is not that difficult. So we focus on this a again, and we and we focus on this set. Okay, before doing this problem, let us review what we do in A. What we do in A is that the trick for doing problem A is we have to utilize the property of being a set chi1 or chi2, and then I replace x2 by 1 minus x1, which is the property of the set. So this is the trick for A. But for B, we utilize different trick. So what trick we utilize? So in B, because this is not a line, how to plot? We focus on the axis. The trick is axis. Do you see that this axis? This is called the axis for ellipsoid or for circle or for parallel rectangular. So we focus on the transformation of axis. Okay, so now we focus on the transformation of axis. So we utilize different trick with respect to the problem A. So how to do this? So for this, for example, if I want to focus on the circle, then we know that the circle has two axes. One is 1, 0, the other is 0, 1. So let us focus on how the transformation under the A. So if I multiply A by 1, 0, I get 1, 0. Okay, so I get 1, 0, which means I get this point. So which means this point, this axis, go to this point. It doesn't change. However, if I multiply, okay, so 1, 1, 0 minus 1, if I multiply this A by 0, 1, what is 0, 1? 0, 1 is the point here. So 0, 1 is the point here, and therefore what I get? What I get is 1 minus 1. I get 1 minus 1. So where is 1 minus 1? 1 minus 1 is here. So this axis or this point is transformed to this point. So which means that I pull this point to here. So I get this axis. Now you can do axis transformation of all 4 points. Then you can get here. I think you can get here and this point. And therefore, so you can get the rough shape of the transformation. And this is a ellipsoid. The shape look like this. So this is the way you plot the problem 2b. So as you can see that the axis go to here. So if you see this, you can see that the axis go to here. So you can plot many points So if you because this is the infinity norm, the infinite norm is this. So you can plot the transformation of this point, this axis. There are many axes, right? So then you can obtain this graph. So this is the trick you utilize to do the problem B. Okay, so this is the way to do problem B. Now, let us move on to the problem C. So problem C is convex house. Okay, so well, this is the difficult part for this problem. Now, convex house, then you have to understand what is convex house. And it says consider the simplicities. So you have to study what is simplicities, study the information given here. So what is simplicity? So simplicity is a convex house. So you can see this description. So it says 1x 1 transpose x equal 1. What does this mean? This means that 1 1 1, because this x is in 3-dimensional, so this is x1 x2 x3, and you get x1 plus x2 plus x3 equal 1. So you get these. And then you know that x1 greater than 0, x2 greater than or equal to 0, x3 greater than or equal to 0. So this is the shape of delta of this. So how to see this? Well, the easiest way to do this is that for 2-dimensional, you know that this is x1 plus x2 equal. If this is x1, this is x2, you know that this is equal 1. This is for a 2-dimension, so this is a line. For 3-dimension, this is a surface, and this surface tells you that each point on this surface, there is a property which is x1 plus x2 plus x3 equal 1. So you can project these two, for example, this line. This line is x1 plus x3 equal 1. So this is 1, and this is 1, and this is 1. Okay. So this is the simplicity. So now how to plot what you have to plot? You have to plot AX. So you have to plot AX. And this X is on this surface. This X is on this surface, on simplicity. Okay. So how to do this problem? Well, we utilize another trick, which is different from problem B and A. We plot boundary. So we focus on this boundary, and this boundary. So for example, if I focus on this boundary, and we know that this boundary is x2 equals 0. The x2 equals 0. So this is x2 equals 0. And therefore, what I get, before doing this, 0, 1, minus 1, we know that, what is x3? We know that this line, this boundary, is described by this line equation called x1 plus x3 equal 1. So you know that x1 is equal to 1 minus x3 is equal to 1 minus x1. So you get what you get is 1 minus 2x1 and x1 minus 1. Okay, so you get this. So now let us plot. So as I said before, you can pick arbitrary point for x1. So I should say if x1 is 0, I pick x1 equals 0 and x1 equals 1. What I get? So for x1 equals 0, I get 1 minus 1. For x1 equal 1, I get minus 1, 0. Okay, I get this 2 point. So these 2 points decide a line on a plane. So these 2 points decide a line on a plane, and this line is here. So this is the answer. We have 1 minus 1. Where is 1 minus 1? 1 minus 1 is here, this point. Where is minus 1, 0? Minus 1, 0 is this point. So I get this line. Now, if you do the same thing for this line and this line, you can get here and here. Now, someone has trouble that why this is a solid surface, because this is a solid surface and this is a convex set. So therefore, your answer should be a convex set, and this has to be a solid because this is a convex set. It cannot be hollow, otherwise it is not a convex set. Okay, so this is the rough idea for you to do problem 3. Okay, this is the whole video. Thank you.